In the days of yore, let's just take a personal training session. A good trainer would be like $35 a session. Maybe one that's more experienced is about $50 a session. And then upwards from there, it could be like $60, $75, maybe even $100 a session. That was like 10 years ago. And now I still see people charging session by session without actually building a program for their clients. In order for you to start walking more into your wealth and into your authority and into your power, you are going to have to start creating programs for your clients. And I need you to do this without fear, because I understand the industry dictates certain things. I understand the industry dictates that a facial should be $100 or $120, and then you just come and go as you please. I understand that unlimited group training with the coach is like $350 a month or $500 a month. But what I'm asking for you all is to not think of yourself as the norm, because those people are walking around everywhere just being normal, right? Just being average. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because they service a certain group of people and they need to keep those services available for that group of population that they serve. And hell, it took for me and my husband to really mature in our own fitness business to really understand how pricing and stuff works. I would love for people to start off this way as opposed to having to make less money for a few years until you figure it out. But the value for session by session based businesses, the value is in programs and packages. And what that is an elevated service model for your clients. This is exactly the model that my husband is doing right now with his functional diagnostic nutritionist program. So what he's done is he's taken his knowledge, his brain, his certifications, degrees, his expertise, and he's built it into a program that serves a certain type of person. So if we're talking about weight loss, because he works with professional athletes and he works with folks that are really focused on like lifestyle optimization, weight loss, he's combined his expertise into a bundle. And what does this bundle look like? A 90-minute assessment with him where he's looking at how you move, talking about different stresses in your life, inflammation in the body, maybe environmental toxins, things of that nature, getting to know you, because he understands that his job is not just to help you lose weight, but his job is to help you make a lifestyle that caters to that, where you're not always on this yo-yo. Or if you're on your yo-yo, you have practical tools and you understand how your body works so that you can get out of that rut quickly instead of going on that same cycle that many of us do. So with that said, he was like, ain't no way I could charge somebody $50 for a session when I know for a fact in order for them to lose the weight they want or build the strength that they want, they're gonna need to stay with me for at least about 12 weeks. Even for like the facial lady, someone who's doing facials. I'm sure that people would want to build a skin regimen, a skin program. My own facialist, she has a membership because she doesn't want me coming in just one time. She wants me coming in continuously so I can work on the different imbalances and the different things in my skin. Probably the best thing that she ever did for her business, and it created consistent income. So what I'm challenging you all to think differently about the amount of value that you provide. If you only provide sessions and weightlifting, then yeah, keep charging $300 a month. If you really provide a transformation and an experience where you're looking at their gut health, their environment, their diet, their sleep, their mood, their energy, right? And you have certain pillars for how you train and how you support people. Plus, maybe you're able to add on some lab testing. Plus, maybe you're able to partner with some of your other like physical therapists and things like that to create this holistic experience. That is what people are paying for, at least based on who you are trying to attract. Each service model serves a population of people. All of my clients are all cash-based, very like root cause, integrative wellness type of folks, where they're not just looking to have this mill of patients or this mill of clients just having to service everybody and so many people coming in and out. They're looking to provide a high value experience to a certain group of people. Even with me and my own company, I don't desire to serve 300-400 people at $1,000 a month. No. They want someone that's providing high level strategy, and they know that is several $1,000s a month. And they also understand that the transformation and the expectation on the other end is much different. So I want you all to do this. Go ahead and work backwards from the transformation that you provide. What exactly is it that you provided, and what time frame do you feel like you can provide it? And if you're in the wellness space, I want you to just go just for the basics, okay? If someone wants to lose 50 pounds, Ozempic or not, I don't really give a fuck if they're using things to help lose weight. I support all of that. But they need somebody that's going to teach them the strength training, that's going to teach them the lifestyle optimization, in addition to their doctors, right? All of the things that create the holistic approach that will get them the results that they need. So once you actually do the reverse math and you kind of look at the time that it's taking you to create this plan, how much energy it's going to take. And if you're seeing them multiple days a week, your hours, I know, are more than $30 an hour. I know that. Ain't nothing nobody could do for me that's $25, $30 an hour that I could hire, not that I know of, for what I need. And it also depends on the population that you're serving doing. Everybody kind of fits in different places. Yeah. Do the reverse math. Okay, so I'm going to be training this person for 12 hours a month. Hell, if your rate's $100 an hour, that already puts 1 month at $1,200. I haven't even talked about the time it's going to take for you to actually provide the transformation. Because if it's going to take you 3 months, then we're at a $3,500 program, and it should feel good. It should feel good. It should sound good. I'll never forget the day my husband, he rolled off his lip his first like $3,000 or $4,000 package, and the person didn't even bat an eye. He was just like, gosh, it was so easy. Why? Because it was a hell yes. It was full. The program was full. All his needs were met. All of his questions were answered. So I don't care where, what your business model truly is. If you want to get out of that session by session rut, then I want you to consider building a program or building a membership. Those are going to be the 2 words that'll catapult your business. Even in my marketing agency, I have both. I absolutely have a membership. For those that may not be ready for the higher ticket retainer or the higher ticket, 6-month project, right? Do you have this service model kind of mapped out? And are you able to really put tangible transformation on the things that you give your customers, okay? So what I want you to do, here is your homework, is to take a look at your pricing model if you're a session by session person, and I want you to audit your offer. Look at the time that it takes for you to provide the transformation, write a list of all the things that you can provide, and include your time, because you putting your brains on these people's health and wellness and everything, that is time, that is brains, that is energy. You charge for that, okay? And then I want you to make a decision. I want you to audit your content a bit as well and make a decision. Are you trying to be like this lifestyle architect, or are you just want to be seen as the one function that you can do? Just the trainer, just the coach. Because if you pivot your content to be more of that information giver, that educator, giving 3 practical things you can do right now to change your bloat after you eat pasta, or 5 hacks for you to get clear skin before a photo shoot, I want you to audit the offer, the pricing, and the content, and come back to the drawing board with a better offer that's outside of what you are currently doing. Challenge the status quo. Challenge the norms. You don't have to do session by session anymore just because that's the old way of doing things, right? Get rid of that old story. Get rid of the old way of doing things and walk into a bigger and bolder price, program, offer, and package, and watch your life, your time, your income, and everything change. Watch it change almost overnight, right? All right, y'all. So go ahead and share. I know y'all got friends that are still charging that old rate. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Follow me at I Am Lauren Powers. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. Y'all, I'm everywhere. If you didn't know, this is what I do. Can't wait to see y'all next week on another episode. See y'all soon. Peace.